G'day and welcome to another episode of Only Grape TV. I'm your host Shane Barker, and today we're here at the lovely rustic cellar door of Samuels Gorge. I have to admit, this is one of my favourite places to come and visit, and I find excuse to come here quite often. Two wines to taste today as per normal, but before we do that I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a separate initiative that Justin, the winemaker here, has put together. They're actually making a Gewürztraminer and a Riesling, and why I say that's a separate initiative, because they're actually wines from Tasmania. They're not wines from McLaren-Vale at all. That's the only reason I'm not tasting them today. I have tasted both of those wines and they're lovely wines, certainly different characteristics than what you would be able to achieve in McLaren-Vale. Get an opportunity to try them, it's well worth it. They're about $25 each at the cellar door. The reds are $35, by the way, dollars each at the cellar door. Today I thought we'd try the Grenache and the Tempranillo. So Grenache is the 07. Let's get a good shot of the bottle. I love the label, by the way. I'll twist it around so you get a bit of a look at the label. The views from here are fantastic, so that's another reason why it's worth coming to have a look. The wines though, sensational. Now 2007, in terms of the vintage conditions, was very trying. Drought conditions, and we're talking dry grown Grenache grapes going into this wine. Dry grown means no irrigation at all, a drought year, and these vines still produced fruit, which is utterly amazing. And I believe these old bush vine dry grown Grenache grapes should be classified as a national treasure. What McLaren-Vale is doing though is they've set up a regional cadenza initiative, which is labelling Grenache of this ilk from this region as cadenza, and this is labelled as such as well, to try and create a national branding, regional branding for, again, what I consider to be a national treasure. So this is a pleasure for me. Lovely wine, lovely aromas, red fruits, it's quite lifting. I have tried this wine before and I will say that, and I did notice that there was changes in those aromas over the time it's sitting in the glass. And the changes for the better. Those red fruits are just sensational. It's almost juicy red fruits. This comes from a vineyard in the Bullet Springs area. So Bullet Springs is known for some peatiness on the palate. So let's see, while I'm doing the wanky thing, let's see if it works. Yep, definitely. Those characters with the red fruits coming through. There's some floral characters coming through as well. Very nice lift. Lovely acid coming through. The tannins are soft, so there's nice soft fruit tannins. The oak is not intrusive. There's oak there. It's been sitting in oak for a year. The oak's not intrusive though. It marries very well with that, and you do get that peatiness that one would expect from the Bullet Springs sub-region of McLaren-Vale. Very nice wine. I've tasted wines around McLaren-Vale at more than this price point, and I'd suggest I drink this over most of those, not all, over most of those in each case. So Justin and team have done a good job, and I do love this wine. I'll have to try it again. Nice wine. So the Tempranillo, that was an 07 Grenache. This is an 08 Tempranillo. Okay, now the Tempranillo, the 08 vintage was a particularly nasty vintage as well, with some issues going around there, with hot temperatures, with a burst of hot temperature at about the time of picking. So Tempranillo, not a lot of this grown put into varietal. It's almost violets, maybe. Definitely not floral, but say violets coming through. And there's an inherent earthiness to it. It's interesting, I was talking to somebody just recently about Tempranillo. I tried one that I particularly liked elsewhere, and the comment came through that Tempranillo was funky, and I thought that was quite a good description. So that floral component's coming through again. That earthiness really hits there, and the tannins and the acid are actually coating the tongue. Lovely sensation. So it's not like the tannins that are overpowering and suck in the side of the mouth. The tannins are actually coating the tongue. Very pleasant. The earthiness, the violets again. Oh, I do like this wine. I know you've heard me say that many times before. I do try and pick out wines that I'm going to enjoy to bring a pleasant experience to you, the viewer. Now, what to eat with these? I know the Shiraz, which I haven't tried today, thick juicy steak, lovely with that. I'd actually say the Grenache, the first one I tried, whole range of foods, thick juicy steak, some of those developed casseroles with those developed flavours. The Tempranillo though, I think would actually go really nice with Moroccan food. Maybe a Moroccan tagine with all those lovely spices, so the earthiness, there's a bit of spice mix in there as well, would go wonderfully well with that. Look, that's all you have time for today for Lonely Grape TV at the Samuels Gorge cellar door. Please stick around, because straight after this I'm going to put some general photographs and video of the cellar door. There's a lovely rustic feel, lovely views from the cellar door, so check that out as well. So thank you very much for helping me bring McLaren-Vale wines to the world, and have a safe and happy week.